What's up, YouTube? This is Kevin and Ian.
What's
You
up,
see him? He's right.
guys?
He's right over there. He's right there.
I'm
And
over here.
we are doing. I know it's been a while, but we're doing a new iteration of gaming news and chill. We're gonna be making it more of a podcast this time, so I don't feel rushed going through the topics and stuff, and just like getting stuff that you guys don't really want care to hear about. So and we're gonna make this weekly thing. Hopefully, we'll stay on track this time.
Yeah, resurrecting in fact, just before we started recording, I went onto Twitter
Yeah.
and I just made a little thing. I was like, "We're resurrecting gaming news and chill in a new format, so keep your
Yeah.
eye out."
Yes. Heck yeah. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and start off here. This is April 14th,
15th,
15th.
Friday the 15th.
Oh,
Yes.
Friday the 15th. It was tax day. I forgot about that.
Oh shit!
No, I'm just kidding.
I
But
forgot to do them.
but yes, so April 15th, and we have a few topics here, but I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard that Dark Souls 3 is out, and probably a little bit lesser known, and we'll probably get touch bases on this later, but Ratchet and Clank came out as well. So, what I feel, I love Dark Souls. Here, I'm one of those guys that love and appreciate how good Dark Souls is, but I am terrible at that game because
Right.
I lack patience like a mofo. I
Yeah.
cannot. I'm like one of those guys. Let's rush in and just try to kill things, and that's not how Dark Souls is meant to be played.
No, and it'll punish you for having that attitude.
Exactly, and I felt punished, and I was like, after a couple deaths, you know what? I don't like this game anymore. I don't want to play.
Yeah.
But so I mean, you've had some hands-on time with Dark
Yeah.
Souls. What did you? What's your first impressions, and what
Yeah,
are
I
you
mean, I
doing
picked
so
it up on
far?
Tuesday. Um, I'm somewhere in between like Jimmy and our friend Jeff, who are
Mm,
like they're like hardcore Souls players. They've beaten all the From Software games multiple times.
yep.
Bloodborne is the only one that I've ever beaten, and I probably got about halfway through both Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. So like I play quite a bit, but I usually don't have the dedication to stick all the way through it.
Same. Yeah.
But I always want to come back. Like I do get addicted to it because I just love the art direction and the dark fantasy world and knights and dragons and monsters and all that stuff is just so cool.
I know, dude. I always find myself every time in Souls games because I'm like, dude, I want to pick it up, but like the other half of me is like, dude, you're not gonna beat the game. You're probably not even gonna play like 20 hours into the game. I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah, but I still want it.
It's why I never bought Dark Souls 2 because
Yeah,
like I eventually got the PS4
yeah.
remaster, Scholar of the First Sin edition
Mm,
because it was $20 and I was like, well, I can
why
play it,
not?
but
Yeah.
I never ended up buying it because I never beat Dark Souls. But now that I beat Bloodborne, that's what I said to myself. Like I remember telling Alyssa, like if I beat Bloodborne, I will buy Dark Souls 3 because I
Oh,
know that I can fucking do it.
you made a promise to yourself, and you're gonna
And I
fulfill
did
it.
beat Bloodborne, and now I'm playing Dark Souls 3. It's good. It's great. I mean,
Yeah,
if you have played the other games, I mean, it's really similar, but
yeah.
it's still somehow as intoxicating as far as just like the art, the design. Somehow that art department just managed to nail it every single time,
Yeah.
and no matter how many games they seem to make, it just doesn't get old. I don't feel like it's recycled or that I'm looking at, oh man, like these are the same monsters that were in the last
Yeah.
one. Still, they just managed to keep it original and so unique from any other RPG out there. And it's so far it's really good. I've only played for about 4 hours,
Yeah.
so
I feel
yeah,
like
not
they
too crazy.
this time around they made it. They took a cue from Bloodborne and made their creatures and monsters a little bit more gory and a little bit more nightmarish and everything. So,
Yeah,
it,
absolutely,
it,
definitely.
yeah,
I mean, you still get those like big knights and stuff, which
yeah,
is very Dark Souls.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, and there's more options. So like for people who played Bloodborne and loved it and never played Souls before and they're back into this,
yeah.
they gave some like new class options like the assassin and like
Oh, that's awesome.
dual daggers, so you can get right back into the form of Bloodborne with really quick dashing back and dodging when less to do with traditional Dark Souls, which is sword and shield and heavy armor, which is what I'm doing because I just want to play the game as kind of vanilla, just to
Yeah.
experience all the different parts of the world and story and creatures and bosses. Because it probably is the kind of most handicap, easy way to get through is night
Yeah.
class.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
what I'm doing the first time through.
That's generally whatever I hear from everyone is like the night class is because it's well
Yeah.
balanced. You know, it's
Yeah, it's balanced.
yeah.
It's the most starter friendly because you only
Mhm.
have to worry about a couple of like when you're leveling up, like a few attributes. You don't really have to spread your
Yeah.
attributes around. It's really just three or four that you need to focus on. So it's easy to just kind of know, just stay concentrated and just continue to progress forward and know where your souls that you're collecting are going to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm
It's
always
a ton
wanting.
of fun.
Yeah,
Ton of fun.
if you guys love Bloodborne and you've never played a Souls game, this has been said to be the best of the Souls games so far. So no better time to get
Yeah.
on the Soul Train hype train, you know.
Well, there
So
truly is no better
yeah,
time because Miyazaki himself has said that this is the last Dark
yeah,
Souls. So,
yeah, and
which is, I think, is a really good idea because
yeah.
it can turn quickly from okay, we need releasing one every other year now, you know.
Well, I mean they have
So
Bloodborne back now, so I don't know if they're gonna be releasing that on an annual
yeah,
basis or
well, Sony
biannual.
owns that IP, so Bloodborne's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but From Software will continue because From Software has two teams,
Hmm.
so they have basically A and B team, and so like Dark Souls 2, a lot of people give Dark Souls 2 shit because
Hmm.
Miyazaki didn't work on it. It was the other From Software team that made it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Miyazaki's going to do next. If he'll go back to Bloodborne or if he's gonna they're just gonna make a new IP or we'll
Yeah.
see. But I'm sure it'll be great because
It's
they
just.
managed to nail it out of the park 4 straight times. It's
Yeah,
hard to do.
yeah.
So
I think it's basic. It's part for the format too. Really, the gameplay and the format is just.
yeah,
It's a different type of game. It's not one of those games where you can just pick up and play. It. Well, I mean, it's could, but
you can.
it's difficult. You know, you
Yeah,
want to.
it's all about expectation, you know,
Yeah,
because like people forget about Demon Souls. When I first got Demon Souls, I remember reading reviews about it. It
yeah.
was back in like '09 it came out, and they
Mhm.
were saying it's like really, really difficult. And I remember it's the exact same story. I remember looking at like pictures in magazines and online and going, God, this game just looks so cool.
Yeah.
And I bought it and never beat it because it was really, really hard. But then the next one came out and the next one came out, and eventually
Yeah.
you just I think like the discussion about Dark Souls being challenging is almost like a little bit too much. Like it's too there's a lot more to Dark Souls than being hard.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
it's a really fantastic role playing
It has
game
this.
underneath the challenge, the whole get good, you know,
Yeah, it has this like
culture
whole
that surrounds it.
addiction. Like it's hard, but it's rewarding at the same time because
Oh,
every time you
absolutely.
beat something, you
Oh,
feel, accomplished in a way,
yeah.
and making you want to play a little bit longer, playing a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
So
It's a really addicting loop,
yeah,
and I'm glad I can't wait to keep playing it.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
and it's I think it's getting a 90 on Metacritic.
Oh
So
God.
again, it's probably going to be in the Game of the Year conversations
Oh
again.
yeah, for sure. I think so
Bloodborne
too.
was our winner last year, so
That's right. Yeah,
by vote
yeah.
vote,
Dude, did
not
I? No, okay.
unanimous.
Here's. I'm glad that you brought that up because I don't know if you heard or read about how I think it was the BAFTA and how The Witcher 3 basically got shut out
It
of the
did.
awards, and I'm like, wow, that was
I really feel like the more and more award shows that so it kind of all started with your IGNs and Game Informers and GameSpots and then
mm,
the Game of the Year award show back
yeah.
in December. All of those just Witcher 3 just all the way through for like
Yeah,
everything. And then there's been more and more award shows and
yeah,
they kept giving Witcher 3 stuff and each one has successfully had less Witcher 3,
yeah.
which to me I think clearly demonstrates that it's like a every loser kid gets a trophy. Because like why would it all of a sudden all of the experts just suddenly shift and change their mind out of nowhere when The Witcher 3 was clearly the best game and like by almost every magnitude and every critic
I,
out there.
I feel
I
like they're
mean, there's
just
a reason it won across the board,
I feel
like
like there's it's partially kind of like the trolley, kind of thing of the gaming industry. How they're like, you know what? I don't want Witcher 3 to win anymore. I want to get some other games to win.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
there's absolutely
yeah,
nothing wrong with that. I mean, it
yeah,
does get a little old, but
yeah.
for me, like if Call of Duty won Game of the Year, I'd roll my eyes because they're already winning. They're already selling like tens of millions of copies of games. Where it's
Yeah,
like, for me, like I think part of The Witcher's charm is not just that it's a beautifully written
Yeah.
game, both story and gameplay, just a perfect match. It's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. But on top of
Mm,
that, like that studio is really endearing to me because
yeah.
they're their own publishers,
Yeah,
they're
that's
their
awesome.
developers, and
Great.
like I got the collector's edition, and
Yeah.
the inside of the box is signed by every member of the team, and I don't know, they're just like a
That's
really unique group of people in this industry that's just all just corporate, just business. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Where you just get all of
True.
this just crap out of that, and then they just take all the time they need, and they just clearly have such a passion for their projects, and I just respect the hell out of that. So I
Oh
think
yeah, me
that's
too.
a part of the reason I was just so glad to see them winning all these Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
Apart from the game being great, I
Yeah.
really love that studio. All the free DLC they had.
Yeah,
It's
that was
just
super awesome, by the way. All the
so
free DLC they gave out for free on, like, oh, just because you bought the game, we're gonna give you free stuff. And I was
yeah,
like,
and it was the kind of stuff
amazing.
that most companies fucking love charging
You
for.
know,
Armor
nickel and
suits and
dime you for you.
different costumes and weapons and little extra quests and stuff that was like none of it was significant DLC, but the fact that there was a lot of it and all of it was free was
Yeah,
like I've never seen anything like that.
yeah, that's really
So
really awesome.
that's why I like
So,
seeing it.
since we're on the topic of Call of Duty and microtransactions,
Okay. All right. Nice segue.
yeah, yeah. The trailer for Titanfall dropped.
Oh, yes.
Titanfall 2 Dose. Here's the thing. My experience with the first Titanfall, the gameplay was fantastic. I love the maneuverability, the
Oh yeah.
mechs, the guns were pretty cool too. It's just there were so few things that kept me coming back to that game.
It was
Like yeah,
nothing.
yeah. There was like there's no content whatsoever,
Yeah, it
and
was terrible.
it was kind of like the Battlefront of its day, where they had really great gameplay and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's just there's nothing to come back to, and so just talking about the trailer it's really not much. It's like a
Just a
cinematic
little
trailer,
teaser.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little teaser trailer. But we do see a blade,
I
not
know.
just any blade, a Titan blade.
Oh, fucking
So
mech sword.
Gundam much?
I know. We need
um,
jetpacks now.
I know jetpacks. But yeah, what was your experience with Titanfall 1? Because I enjoyed the game, but I did get tired of it like very quickly.
I just felt like, oh, I agree completely.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just a huge missed opportunity because I was excited for something new, and it was a brand new IP. I'm always a huge fan of new
Oh yeah.
IPs. Like I'll go and buy them. That's the reason I bought it. I was like, new
Yeah.
IP, buy it. Like if
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Um, and my experience was like I absolutely love playing this game,
Yeah.
but there's like I think there's like 8 maps, and there's like 3 guns, and there's zero progression of your
oh. Oh
like,
my
and these are
god.
I couldn't believe it because the guys, the heads of the studio are
Yeah.
the former Infinity Ward guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like you guys are the master of multiplayer progression systems.
So
Like,
not only were there's only 8 maps, but they were on a continuous cycle. Like you kept on playing, and you would go in through the same sequence of maps, and
yeah,
like over and
over
over.
and
Like
over.
yeah, I was like, what? This is. But the game itself, again, I can't
Oh
stress how much the
God,
gameplay.
so good.
Like just imagine Mirror's Edge with a precision Call of Duty, like the reaction
Kind
and
of
the gun
twitch
feel.
shooter,
Yeah, exactly.
and then all
But
of a sudden you have a mech game built
mech,
inside
yeah,
that,
mech game built inside, but
and it was
I,
just everything was so perfectly. I feel like it's sort of like I look at Titanfall like I look at the first Assassin's Creed.
yeah,
So like that first game was like, wow, there's a lot of really cool stuff, but it's really flawed.
yeah, yeah,
And the second game came out and it was fantastic because they just took it and they had already had kind of a structure of like, okay, we know what this needs to look like and feel
yeah,
like, and now we just need to really make a whole. I want a single player campaign
yeah,
because that world was super interesting.
yeah.
Kind of reminded me of like Firefly, like they had like the acoustic
Oh
guitar, like
yeah, and then and like
like
the core systems and the rebellion and all that stuff. So yeah,
yeah.
that does sound like Firefly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool. It had all this really cool. Clearly, they spent a lot of time and effort into a backstory and a context for this war, and then
Yeah,
they got this like multiplayer campaign,
yeah, yeah,
which no one plays anymore. You can't even find matchmaking on it
yeah.
because it gets old so fast. And
Yep.
so yeah, really, I just want a single player campaign, and I
Mm,
want multiplayer progression with a lot of customization, like changing the armor bits on the
yeah.
Titan and on your pilot and stuff.
I want more than 6 players per match. Wasn't it
Yes.
super? Okay, so it's 6 on 6, but there are bots where they're like these kind of mech soldiers that are roaming
Mhm.
the map. So whenever you get a kill, you're like, "Oh man, I killed somebody!" Wait, no, it's a mech. I was like super disappointed. I'm like, I want more players, and I want more. I know it could probably get a little crazy hectic with all the mechs and stuff, but
Oh
I
yeah.
just felt the
That's
world.
build bigger maps then.
Yeah, I felt the world so empty with just 6 on 6. That just made no sense. I was like,
I didn't.
I didn't have any fun with that. I wanted to kill
Just
people.
kept killing bots, and you're like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, I got it. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
so.
You're like, I'm not gonna get my Titan any faster by killing bots.
Plus,
Uh,
just thinking of like the crazy set pieces in the single player campaigns of some of the
yeah,
earlier Call of Duties, like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and
yeah.
like those earlier ones, like those actually were really good campaigns.
Oh God, yes, I
So to
love
think
this.
like the same creative direction behind a huge, big budget set full of action set piece Titanfall,
Mm.
like with a story and characters, like that's just I can't wait to play that.
Yeah, I know. I would be stoked just to get some characters. Like there were no characters in Titanfall 1 at all. There was just like
Not that I
you.
remember.
Yeah, you and like I remember the one guy that would be all like when you're on the plane, he's like go go go. He's like yeah, he jump out of the plane and everything. I'm like that's the
I
only guy.
remember the like the admiral or whatever of
Yeah,
the whatever the bad guys were, the
yeah, the
corporation guys.
central, yeah, the corporation guy.
His name was Marcus Graves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that
So I
was
remember
it.
like Marcus, you're in the game. His name is Marcus Graves, and he's black. And they'd be like, oh damn.
Dude, wasn't yeah, like so it's speaking of that, at the end of the battles, there was like this coolest cutscene I've ever seen in games where like you get to the extraction ship, right? And then if you don't make it, then you're dead. You're left on the
Yeah, that was
planet.
so fun.
Yeah, and then if you do make it, you like warp into orbit and then you see like your fleet just like warping out of the system, dude. I was like, that is so cool. Like it just shows like the scale of yourself in this universe, and I'm like,
Like
I
what could
want
have
to
been
be.
with a story.
I know, I want to be in this universe. So I'm like,
I had the same thing with Battlefront, like in like when you play the survival like horde mode or whatever,
yeah,
single player horde mode,
right.
and the shuttle lands and
Yeah.
all of the stormtroopers march off as this cool little cutscene. Like, damn,
Oh,
you just had a
right.
single player campaign.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
So cool.
speaking of Battlefront.
Oh damn, you're
Oh,
on your
man.
segue game
I
today.
know. Hey, so Lando Calrissian, the smoothest motherfucker in all of Star Wars, is gonna be coming.
Hell yeah.
I think 4 new maps as well they've announced. And I guess improvements to the single player if there was a single player.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if they're gonna add like another
yeah,
shallow little mode.
yeah, like those little hero mode or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah,
so they're adding some new characters. Lando Calrissian specifically. So 4 new maps.
Dengar for the Imperials. Which is
Oh,
okay.
who the hell is Dengar?
So, do you remember the scene in Empire Strikes Back when Vader brings all of the bounty hunters onto the
Oh,
bridge?
yeah.
And there's the one guy who looks all fucked up and he's like wrapped in white, like a
Oh,
headband.
yeah, like a headband. He had like goggles or whatever on, wasn't it? Goggles or something?
I don't think he has goggles, but
Oh,
he's got some kind of I don't remember the story of his
yeah.
character. He's got like some kind of like thing messes like his head's all messed up. I think he has some kind of implant or something.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he's got like white bandage wrapped around his head.
Oh,
And he's like
okay. Yeah, yeah.
big bulky brown armor.
I remember that though. Yeah.
But the fact that you're like, who the fuck is Dengar is like,
It,
what the hell are they doing here?
yes. Like, really? They couldn't bring anybody else.
Well, the
Anybody
last two
else.
guys were Greedo and Yin Num. Like,
Oh man, yeah. So there's that. What are your impressions? Because I know you've been getting back into Battlefront
uh,
after I returned this game, but yeah. But he's been playing a little bit more. Has been enjoying it a little bit more. I've heard. Is that
yeah, I mean,
right?
I still stick with my original rating of 6.5, but
Okay.
it doesn't like a 6.5 to me is still can be a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
Really, all it is just that
Solid
game
game.
just nails Star Wars so much, and I'm such a ham for nostalgia that I just love like I don't even care if I suck. Like I
Yeah.
just like watching my stormtrooper run around in third person.
Yeah,
and
honestly, it's a
short.
lot of
It's
fun,
like,
dude. Like I've played it when I borrowed it from you. I played a lot of the Invasion on Hoth. That was actually pretty fun. You get
oh
to
yeah,
fly
the
the little
Walker assault
machines,
is a
get the
great mode.
walker, yeah, the walkers, and just. But I think the by far the most fun that I had was the fighter jet ones.
Yes, Fighter
That
Squadron.
yeah,
Sick.
Fighter Squadron. Jimmy, myself, and Chris, we played the crap out of that. We loved that so much. It
Oh,
was
it's so fun.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
so much fun. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
That and then like the 40-player modes are all really good. Like they
yeah,
added Turning Point and Turning Point, Walker, Solid Supremacy. Those are all really cool because
it's
I mean they're
awesome.
large scale battles and
Yeah,
you're running through over Hoth through the trenches and
yeah.
there's like TIE fighters blowing up over you and the AT-ATs behind you. I mean they just nail that
They
feeling of
did.
Star Wars. Like
They did. They had one of my favorite new sounds of all time. That freaking guitar grenade, whatever it's called.
oh yeah,
What is it?
vroom.
Yeah, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, that thing
That
is awesome. The
that yeah.
imploder or whatever.
The thermal imploder or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
thermal imploder. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a cool weapon. There's a lot of flaws to the game, but it's just like what it really has become for me is like, all right, I'm going to bed in like 40 minutes. Like I'm not
yeah,
gonna play Dark Souls. I'm
yeah,
not gonna get shit done in Dark Souls in 40 minutes.
yeah.
I'm just gonna pick up Battlefront and play a couple rounds and hit sec.
Exactly.
That's what that game
Right.
is my like quick pick up and
Yeah.
play game.
Play a
So
couple rounds, go to bed. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean that's take Rolando Calrissian. I'm sure they're
Yeah,
gonna make
new
you pay
Bespin
for.
maps. That's gonna be
Yeah,
exciting.
they're gonna.
Fighting in Cloud City will be sick.
Is that part of the season pass or is that not part of the season pass?
It's part of the season pass, but you can.
Okay.
I mean, I don't do season passes.
Yeah.
I just don't do them.
Never. I never do
I
those.
will buy them individually and pay a little
Yeah.
bit more, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait and see. Like I waited to see if the Outer Rim is gonna be worth it. I liked the new maps a lot, so I bought
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's good. Oh, okay, that's good.
This is one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like I'll wait and see if it's cool and if people like it and it looks like it's worthy. It's worth $15 to add a bunch of new experiences to a decent game is worth it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not buying your $50 season pass.
Yeah. I never buy season passes just for that fact
way.
alone. I'm like, I can't stand the nickel and diming that these companies
No.
are doing. So
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous, and it's become so. I wish people would stop buying them because they are the
yeah.
worst thing out
Well, since we're talking about DLCs now,
Mhm.
we had the Fallout 4 DLC come out. One of them was actually pretty good. The automatons, that one's pretty good.
there.
But
Yeah,
there was
Automatron looks.
yeah, a
was
lot of
really good.
automatrons, and then the other one that was just recently released was Survival of the Wasteland or something like that.
It's all it is just like it's like the fucking developers just sat down and they just made a bunch of mods for workshopping and they just threw it in there and they're like $5 please.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I saw that and I was like, what? I was like, what?
Oh, I get neon lights.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. And I was a fiend for the like base building and I love that. That was like my favorite part about Fallout. I literally spent hours on my base rather than play through the story and I ran out of stuff to do at my base and then I started progressing in the story. But just the fact that they did that and said, hey, we're going to charge you $5 if you want to do some extra cool stuff to your base. So yeah,
I read some reviews. I read a great review on Destructoid.
yeah.
My buddy sent it to me while I was at work, and work is slow, so I just get to read stuff. And this review I read, he was like, God, this is so bad. I mean, they like push the whole you can capture, death claws and have them fight in an arena and all that
Yeah.
crap. Like he said, he could not get that stuff to work. Like the creatures were like disappearing. And they reappear inside homes and just start slaughtering villagers.
Oh
and shit.
my
Like,
god.
he's like, it doesn't even work. There
Oh.
was barely any content here to begin with that you're charging for, and then it's like glitched out.
Yeah. Dude, that's awful. And I
Terrible.
honestly, that's the very point that I'm making is that studios like that and publishers will nickel and dime you for really dumb things like that. It's
And generally
unbelievable.
speaking, Bethesda has great
Generally,
DLC.
yeah,
I mean, Automatron looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah, for sure. But
That's why you don't
Just-
buy season pass. Just
yeah.
skip that shitty one, and I
Exactly.
can't wait for the Far Harbor. It's gonna be amazing.
yeah, it's gonna be. There's some good ones that have been announced for it for sure. But it's just that little, trying to get the most money out of just little tiny things like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
just add that on. Why do you need to charge extra $5 for that? Like,
Or
just
if
add
you're
into
gonna
the
charge $5 for it, at least the shit you put in there.
make it
work work with the base game.
Oh my god. But so we talked about some of the bad stuff. How about some of the good stuff, like say Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, that's right. We kind of forgot to go over that.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, you guys, released the same day as Dark Souls, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like the
Tuesday.
same day, yeah. So a lot of people, I mean, if you were one of the lucky ones, picked it up during when you picked up Dark Souls.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, so Ian, tell them about your experience with trying to find a copy.
Well, so I'm plugging like all these other like people, all these other gaming people. So
Yeah.
I was driving home one day. It was Wednesday. It was the day after I got Dark Souls,
Yeah.
and I was driving home and I listened to a lot of gaming podcasts. I was listening to Kind of Funny with Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty.
Yep.
And Colin Moriarty, who I agree with a lot of gaming wise, not always, but sometimes. I respect his opinion a lot, and he was
Yeah.
like saying he thinks it's the best game on PS4 and his favorite game of the year. And I was like, whoa, he doesn't praise very often.
Yeah.
He's very picky.
That's crazy.
So I was like, damn. So
Yeah.
I got in the left turn lane on 43rd Avenue, and there's GameStop. Boom. Like, I'm picking that shit up, man. Like, he convinced me just on the way there.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
walked in, I was like, he's like, yeah, we don't have it. The demand for the game was way less than it's more than we thought, like the
Yeah.
production, and they
Yeah.
had no copies, and they had none of the game stuffs around. Like, had to go like all the way to the other side of the valley
Oh my
for the
god.
nearest one that had a copy. I was like, what the hell?
Do you think that's gonna
Like,
be
they
like
were
a?
expecting it to be big, I guess.
I foresee that's gonna be a hot ticket item to come around Christmas time for
Yeah.
like the younger kids and
Well,
stuff.
plus the movie's coming out.
Yeah, it's good. I heard there's movie tie-ins in the game.
Yeah, well, it's weird because it's like the movie is based on the original game,
Yeah.
and then like this game is based on the movie, which is based on the
Yeah.
original game.
Yeah.
But it's not a shitty movie tie-in game.
No, it's not. And from what I've read and heard as well, is it keeps the just classic comedy of the lighthearted stories, but great mechanics and gadgets and guns and.
Did you ever play the original?
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank?
in PS2, I had the original Ratchet and Clank, and I love them. It was one of my favorites. Like Jimmy has his Banjo Kazooie, and as one of his favorite platformers, or
Right.
the favorite platformer. I mean, Conquer Bad Fur Day was up there for me as well, but
Yeah.
that was like way inappropriate for me when I was a little kid. But I love Ratchet and Clank. The Ratchet and Clank was so funny. I love that game. I love the chemistry between Ratchet and Clank. I love the characters in the series, the guns, the platforming, the everything like that has been carried over to this new game, and it's getting ridiculously high praise from
89
everyone.
on Metacritic now, right?
Yeah, and ridiculous. Like they're getting like this came out
That's
of the
game
blue.
of the year
Yeah.
kind of talk,
Yeah.
like
This had no hype, like zero
No.
to no hype
other
coming
than
out.
from like big Sony fans that have
Yeah.
always loved Ratchet.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So yeah, I was blown away, and when I heard that, I'm like, I am definitely gonna keep an eye
Yeah.
out for that.
I missed
Yeah.
out. I had an original Xbox. I didn't play the
Yeah.
first Ratchet and Clank, and I wasn't really into like it's weird. Like after the Mario 64, like when I was kind of a kid,
Yeah,
like when I got into like playing, I didn't play a lot of like fun games, and now I play a lot of serious games. And I think
yeah.
Ratchet and Clank is going to be a really good game to play alongside of Dark Souls. Like
To
I'm just
relieve,
like, oh, like a palette cleanser, just bright and colorful and
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
and Groovatron. I can't wait to use the
Stress
Groovatron.
free, dude. Like if you die,
Yeah.
you respawn. You won't lose anything.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, for sure, I definitely agree with that, and I think now as an adult, I went through that period in like high school, maybe like after
Right.
high school, where I was just playing like serious games, Halo, Gears of War, all those games, and then just
Dark and
being
dingy.
dark, yeah. Because I wanted to be mature, but now I'm an adult. I want to be immature. I want to just play like those little kiddie games, like
I just like both. I mean, the thing is, I think it's just the realization that it's not a kiddie game.
yeah, it's not.
You know what I
It,
mean?
it's great. Yeah,
It's
that's a
fun.
good point
Like-
actually, because
Like,
they
I like Pixar movies too. Like,
Yeah,
because they're just really good experiences.
the good point in that is like the writing and the comedy is actually you can laugh at, like, a kid will hear a joke and he'll laugh at it, and you hear the same joke but you'll laugh at it for a different reason, and
Yeah,
that's exactly
exactly.
how Ratchet and Clank is. Like, that's the writing that they just hit all the ages, all the genders. It's
Yeah,
crazy cool like that.
you
And if you
can't blame
guys are out there, you have a PS4, definitely consider getting it before they run out. So
apparently it's a system seller, which no one
yeah,
would ever probably would have laughed at you if you said
yeah,
that, a
it's
couple months
great.
ago.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
awesome. I'm glad that they came out, and I'm glad it's
Amazon has it. That's where I got it.
oh yeah, Amazon. I
I
mean,
got it
you
today in the mail,
can't
so I'm
go
gonna
wrong with
install it.
Amazon. Can't never go wrong with Amazon.
Nope.
But yeah, so that's awesome. I'm glad that we got to talk a little bit about Ratchet and Clank, but
Definitely.
maybe a little bit more serious topic. Um, Blizzard.
Oh man,
Blizzard.
crazy.
They got DDoS. If you guys haven't heard already, so the backstory of what happened is, so Blizzard, if you guys haven't heard already, is closing down one of their more popular vanilla servers for World of Warcraft,
Yep.
and apparently this is an outcry, so everyone is up in arms about it, and the Lizard Squad, this hacker group, is
Hmm.
out there and they DDoS World of Warcraft,
They're
the
at
Blizzard
least taking
servers.
credit for it
Yeah, or at least taking credit. Exactly.
on Twitter.
Yeah, but here's the thing. My opinion about that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, you are gonna punish other people because you didn't get your way. I'm like, I can't stand people like that. I mean, you understand that you're playing on a private Blizzard server, and you're playing a game that is at least 10 years old.
Yeah,
You know,
depending. I mean, if it's
yeah,
vanilla,
yeah, vanilla. Wow, I'm like, that's more than 10 years old. Like, one, why are you not playing the new one? I understand people like the vanilla WoW, whatever, that's cool, but like, that's the same like concept that people approach life sometimes. Like, I don't like change. I want to go back. I'm like, I'm all like, I don't understand. So I don't like, because I was part of when I was playing Guild Wars 2, there was a DDoS attack on the servers for Guild Wars ArenaNet, or yeah, ArenaNet. Is it called ArenaNet? I don't know, whatever the Guild Wars publisher is, but it made the game unplayable. I was really frustrated because that night I said, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna play some games
yeah,
and I'm just gonna chill. But it prevented me from doing so because they were DDoSing it, and I got kicked out multiple times. I was just kept on trying over and over and over. So I have a experience where I can't stand that people do that. Like, you're punishing not Blizzard, you're punishing the other players.
yeah.
It's really
Blizzard's
really
shutting
annoying.
that shit down anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Blizzard
like,
just did it for them.
yeah. So yeah, that is my opinion on that. I don't know if you've ever been part of a DDoS attack like that or anything, but
Well, I
it's
mean, just 2 or 3 days ago was the
yeah.
5 year anniversary of the PSN outage.
Mm, right. Yep.
Just like the quintessential
Oh
DDoS
god,
attack
that was like weeks, wasn't it? Like
months.
weeks,
It was like
months.
over a month. It was like two
Wow,
months that they were out.
that's crazy, dude. But
And
yeah,
and I don't know. I I just don't really understand. Like, Blizzard. It's a business. They're not here for
yeah,
you and your nostalgia of playing
yeah.
vanilla WoW. Like, they're probably hemorrhaging cash of a
Yeah.
game that they're still having to support massive servers for, that is
Mm.
quickly losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Yep.
Why should they keep it open? Like,
Yeah.
they're in existence to make games to make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's
as soon as you realize that, as soon as these people realize that, like, they're
yeah.
not here for you for your little WoW party.
Yeah.
It's play a different game. Like,
Yeah. Just play a different game, and I,
god
I,
damn.
I don't understand because like Blizzard has been nothing but good. I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Blizzard has had a good track record of being
they
really good
do.
to their fans. They host BlizzCon. They host these things like for people to gather get together and appreciate everything Blizzard. And
Yeah, absolutely.
if it happened to EA, I would be less passionate about this. But you're doing this to Blizzard, and it's not fair because they, like you said, although they are losing subscribers, there's still at least like 9 to 10 million people playing that game at any given
Oh yeah,
time.
certainly.
Like, so why are you
But they
doing
wouldn't
that?
close it down if they didn't feel like they
Yeah,
were no
right.
longer
I feel like they're
receiving a
like
benefit.
they're like, hey, stop playing this old game, play our new
Yeah.
game. You know, I guess I could see it from Squad's like point of view, but that's just so ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I
You
can
know,
understand people being like bummed out or upset about it,
yeah.
but like
But
just shut down
to
everything. I don't know.
cyber attack, which is an illegal thing, you know, and to claim to claim that, oh, dude, it was
Yeah,
totally us, Lizard
it's
Squad.
totally us. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I know. It's a
Ridiculous,
mess,
dude.
man. And now like these DDoSers are doing like every Christmas for Xbox
Yeah.
and PSN, they're going after them. Try.
Yeah.
So the little kids get their console, they hook it up, and nothing works.
Yeah, I know.
It's just crazy. It's just I don't get those people, man.
I can't stand them. I just from my even talking about it, it just reminds me of the time I got, DDoS and Guild Wars, and I just was so frustrated. I just all I wanted to do is play the game. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted to do. But no, people had to mess with the servers, and
I'm sending a message.
yeah, we're sending a message. We're trying to like. Okay, here's the thing. I understand that this hacker group is trying to do, they're trying to send messages by doing things that are, popular. Like a few months ago, Anonymous declared like cyber war on ISIS and everything.
Oh yeah,
And
if you want to put it
yeah,
to use like that, go
yeah,
right ahead.
I'm like, do whatever you can to help people, but what you're doing is, not these innocent gamers. They're not doing anything to you. Like they literally didn't do
They're
anything.
part of the system, bro. I ain't a part of your system.
Oh my god, but yeah, so end rant for that, end rant for that. But did you have any other topics or news articles or anything that you want to bring up today, Ian? Like
Uh,
anything that you can
no,
think of?
nothing too. I mean, there's some little bit older stuff that was pretty crazy
Yeah.
that we kind of missed because of the gaming news, and like Lionhead Studios being closed down.
Oh yeah, Lionhead. That's super unfortunate because
So sad.
Fable's one of my favorite games growing up. The original Xbox, dude. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
ah,
it's just kind of classic mishandling of an IP. I mean, they kept
yeah,
making these like side Fable games.
yeah,
And like, it's like, what are you doing? They made Fable Legends and no one gave a flying fuck about it.
yes,
And like they knew it and they canceled it. But I mean, Microsoft still owns the IP,
yeah,
and I think they've done a lot better the last couple of years. At
yeah,
least Xbox, like Phil Spencer and Xbox have done better.
yeah.
And so I think you'll still see Fable again.
Yeah, eventually, because
They'll
they
get
still
another
Microsoft
company.
owns that
Yeah,
property. So
they
I
do.
mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, Microsoft is all about making money again. So that
So
and that article, or I mean, that IP is they will get money if they were because like what I felt like was when they were making Fable Legends, they were trying to reach out to a new age group. Like
I guess
yeah,
it's
I
like,
was
well,
like,
why do you just call it like Legends or something?
yeah, I
Like,
know, right?
why do you have Fable? There's nothing to do with Fable
Yeah,
on here at all,
nothing.
other than the name and like the kind of the art style, I guess. But that
Yeah,
was it. Like, it was just a terrible move. People
yeah,
like Fable fans just want another Fable game. Like,
yes, yes.
so I
Me
hope
included.
Xbox is
Me
already like
included.
behind in the exclusive war anyway, in my
Yes,
opinion.
yes.
So
Oh,
they can
oh,
use all the stuff they can
I'm
get.
glad that you brought that up. Gears of War 4.
Ah,
That looks good. I mean, what do you? Because I know you've talked about it for a little bit. I know a little bit about it. I'm not.
did our next trailer watch actually.
Yeah. Oh, next trailer watch. There you go. You
The
guys are gonna.
little Disturbed Sound of Silence cover is
Hey.
just brilliant trailer
Yes.
teaser
So
for it.
we're not gonna talk about that. You guys are gonna have to watch the other video. So
Yeah, I have to watch the video.
yeah.
But the biggest thing for me is that even though it's a new team developing,
Yeah.
the head of the studio, Rod Ferguson, has developed every Gears of War game ever made. He's been
Yeah.
the head guy.
Yep.
So like I feel completely comfortable that we're gonna
Comfortable.
really like it because that guy is a really
Has a
great
good track
creative
record.
director.
My
So
my favorite Gears before I mean of the before number or after one is it has to be the Judgment. The one
oh,
where
you like Judgment?
yeah, people can fly studios or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I mean the story wasn't amazing, but from just speaking from a technically good gameplay and mechanics and
Right.
stuff like that, that was by far my favorite one since the first one. But what you did you not like Judgment at all?
No, I didn't. I
At,
didn't.
at all?
I was playing through it. I just quit. I just stopped playing that game. They changed a lot. They actually changed the way the cameras work. So like
Yeah.
Gears 1 through 3 is actually the aiming. You're aiming by camera,
Yeah,
where Marcus is facing.
yeah.
And they actually in Judgment they switched it. It's like first person shooter controls.
Oh yeah, they
So like
added a lot of that. That's
you can
right.
like feel the difference. So
Yeah,
like I can definitely see why you like it better.
yeah,
For me, it's like I don't know. It just didn't quite feel like Gears of War somehow.
yeah,
And it was like I don't know. It was hard to explain. I just couldn't.
yeah,
And the story was very like
yeah.
inconsequential in every possible
Oh yeah,
way. And
because you know the outcome. It was a prequel.
yeah,
But
yeah, you knew the outcome. And it was like it was I don't
but
know.
yeah, by far though, by far, Gears of War One is my favorite Gears of all time. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Gears One
yeah.
is God. It's so good. I need to pick up the Ultimate Edition and play through it again.
Yes, it has all three or four. It's three. I think it was all three with Marcus Phoenix in it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Well, the Ultimate Edition's the Xbox One remake.
Oh yeah, the Xbox One remake.
They like, and it wasn't just some shitty remaster where they're
Yeah,
like, oh, 1080p. I mean, they rebuilt the entire game
game. Yeah, that's sick.
for the Xbox One. So I need to pick that up. Having it, the beta's coming out here
Soon
this
in the
month,
next. Yeah.
mid-April.
Oh
So everyone take a
yeah.
keep an eye out. It's like they're saying it's an actual real beta, not a marketing beta.
Yeah.
Expect things to crash and not work, but I
Yeah.
like that because a lot of these betas they come out like 2 weeks before the game comes out. It's
Yeah.
like
To build,
the
it's
hell,
really
you're
to
not gonna be
build
able to
hype.
change anything.
Yeah, it's to build hype basically.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. The Doom beta is coming out, but that's
yeah.
again same thing. It's like the game comes out next month. Like, what the
Actually,
fuck?
there's an open beta this week on Steam. There are 4 open betas. So here's the open beta. There's Overwatch, there's Doom, there's Battleborn, and then there's Rainbow Siege.
Are
So
you
these are
interested in Battleborn at all?
I am interested in Overwatch. I'm getting Overwatch for sure. And
That is like
what?
that is like that is, I think that's the world's answer to are you interested in Battleborn is
Yeah.
yeah, Overwatch looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, poor Gearbox.
Yeah, dude, Gearbox. I understand the game looks good. Now, I'm not like
Yeah,
knocking the game. They could be good, but Overwatch is gonna be better
it
by
looks
far.
way better
Yeah, I was like,
in every way.
yeah, it's gonna be better. Blizzard again. Blizzard does not make bad games. That's what it comes down to. They don't.
Battleborn might not even sell 200,000. It might not even
Uh,
sell 100,000 copies.
dude,
I think it's
I
gonna
don't. I think it's a
absolutely
bad
flop.
choice for them to release it around the same time that
I don't think
as
anyone really
Overwatch.
knows what it is. Like
Yeah.
I know that it's like this whole new like MOBA shooter thing.
Yeah,
But like every time I watch it, I'm just like really confused. I start getting a headache. I'm
yeah.
like, what the hell is happening
You
here?
know what? That's a good point because there's another one kind of like this. So there's 3 main ones. There's Overwatch, Battleborn, and then there's this another one called Paragon.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
epic, right?
yeah. It's I think that's Epic. So there's 3 of them coming out. I think this year. And I'm like, I think it's a bad choice to come out the same year as Overwatch. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
there's an article that I read that there are certain players in the beta that have already logged like a couple hundred hours into that game already.
Gosh.
Like I know, and they're just addicted. They've released the beta for people that stream, people that do early reviews and all that stuff, and they're just like they do invitations too. If you're like on the Blizzard Battle.net, you might get random invitation. So
Cool.
it's really cool. But yeah, there's players that have logged a couple hundred hours into that game already.
The story trailers are fantastic.
What I know, they look like a Pixar movie, right? I'm like,
So
what?
good.
I know. I was like, you need to make a full length movie. Plug in for Warcraft movie coming out here soon. So
June, right?
yeah, June. Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, check that out.
I guess okay. Oh, one more segue.
Uh,
Speaking of new movies and trailers,
oh,
Star Wars Rogue One right now
oh, dude,
looks fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of prequels, but I don't care. I think this movie looks better than Force Awakens.
dude. So I have to tell you, I forgot to tell you this, but there is a theory on who that admiral is. Dude, that admiral in the trailer, the one with all the white suit and everything.
Oh
There's-
yeah.
Admiral Tharis or something like that. He's like in the expanded before Disney bought it. There's an expanded universe where after the Death Star and the Empire falls, instead of the First Order coming out, this admiral takes over the Empire.
Oh, you mean Thrawn?
Thrawn, there you go. Yeah, Thrawn.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's the theory, but he's Thrawn, but the Disney version of Thrawn. But
Yeah, which was weird because
yeah,
like the reason Thrawn is a special character
yeah,
is the fact that he is a Chiss alien,
yeah, and yeah, he was like, this is
and
the
like
guy's
the
name.
Empire hates aliens, but he
Yeah,
was so absolutely talented
yeah,
and charismatic and ambitious and brutal and
yeah,
ruthless that he made his way
yeah,
through the ranks despite all of the what you would call it speciesism, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
So
um,
like it'd be weird if they made him and then like made him not an alien because
yeah.
that's like the whole center of his character. Like
Yeah, but this well for me the center of his characters were after reading it, I'm like the dude took down he competed against the newly built Republic with
hmm
15 Star Destroyers and that's
yeah,
it. Like
like
I
he's a
was like,
tactical genius.
yeah, I was like, what? I was like, that's so sick. So if I would be really excited, he by far in the trailer. I mean, the good guys are good and everything, but by far that guy, that admiral, is the most intriguing to me. I'm really interested in finding out more about him. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it
I,
looks awesome.
yeah,
Felicity Jones is a fantastic actress.
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, like all these guys.
Forrest Whitaker,
Diego Luna.
Donnie Yen, you guys, Donnie Yen's in
Oh
it.
fuck yeah, Donnie
Donnie,
Yen.
dude,
Damn, that
dude,
cast list is crazy.
I know, dude. Donnie Yen, like Joe says, he's gonna be like one-on-one Darth Vader. Let's go, man. He's gonna like,
Yes,
let's
yes,
one-on-one
exactly.
Vader.
Oh man, I cannot wait to
Yeah,
see that movie. I
it's.
think it'll be fantastic.
I think it's gonna be good, dude. I wasn't like super hyped about it until I saw that trailer, and I was immediately on the hype train.
Same.
Like,
I didn't even know
yeah,
really what it was, other
yeah,
than it's like about how you get the Death Star
the
plans.
Death Star plans. But yeah, just one last plug.
Okay.
Promise one last one.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
finish it up after this.
yeah, NX. Have you
Oh,
read it? So the NX. I don't know if you guys have heard. This is a little bit older news, but it's rumored to be a portable gaming console system. And but here's the thing. I know. You guys are all, like, whoa, but it's rumored to have better specs than the PS4 does. I'm like, that could be cool. I mean,
makes no sense.
dude, but
No, keep going. I'm sorry. I don't want to
okay.
interrupt you.
So here's my story with the Wii U. I think they modeled it like really after the Wii Pad. So here's my whole story with the Wii Pad, my experience with it. When I got the flu a few weeks ago, all I wanted to do was lay in bed, but I wanted to Netflix too. So I didn't have I don't have a TV in my room, right? So what I did, I found out that you can watch Netflix on the Wii Pad, but it doesn't have audio. So all I did was like I put on some anime so I can read the subtitles or whatever, and I just like laid in bed and watched that for like 8 hours. Like I was like that was the coolest thing for me. I was like, this is so cool.
It doesn't even have audio.
It doesn't,
Oh my
but it
God.
works. But it works for what it needs to be. Like I could be playing a game on my Xbox, and then somebody could be playing the Wii on the Wii U on the Wii Pad. Like it kind of works out like that.
No, I can see
So,
that.
but yeah, so that I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. People who have only known me for a few years might think I hate Nintendo, but I grew up on Nintendo, NES, SNES, and 64. Like I'm a Nintendo '90s child.
Yeah,
Nintendo has just been so opposite of anything I'm interested in for so long. I don't trust them at all. Like, Zelda's great. They're still great.
yeah,
They don't make Metroid games anymore. And I don't know. I just feel like I just don't trust. Like, just make a fucking console that's really good
yeah,
and give me an incredible Zelda experience. Make another Metroid Prime first-person shooter like it was on GameCube.
GameCube. Yep.
Make a badass Star Fox game
Yeah.
and compete with the
Yeah.
other. Like you can, I don't know. I feel like they just hit the firestorm with the Wii and like got
Yeah.
that really like. And I'm not dissing casual audiences.
Yeah.
That's great. Like gaming gets
Yeah.
bigger. It's better for all of us.
Yeah.
But like, I think you can't release the Wii and be like, wow, like this just totally just dominated the competition. It was the best selling console ever,
Yeah.
right? Was
The Wii, yeah, the original
it Wii or
Wii.
PS2?
No, it's
PS2 is
I think the
such
Wii
shit
just
costs.
beat it like this year actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I remember reading the stats that they were like it sold more than any console that's ever been sold. So
Okay, so
yeah,
best-selling console. So here's the problem with their logical with the Wii U. They're like, all right, so this, we're gonna add the pad, and we're just gonna like double down on this success.
yeah.
Well, you don't double down when your success is grandma's buying something. Grandma's not buying a Wii U.
Yeah.
Obviously, grandma buys a Wii, and she's set for the rest of her aging life.
Yep.
Like she's never buying a Wii U. Like, and so they got bit in the ass by doubling down on the Wii because
Yep.
it's sold next to nothing.
Yeah.
And there's been rumors. There's rumors that they're stopping production on already,
Yeah.
which they vehemently denied. But I think
Yeah.
that's actually probably true.
Yeah.
It was a
Soon.
total
Yeah.
commercial disaster,
Yeah.
and they can't afford to just keep like experimenting on the populace with these weirdo like.
Yeah, that's the biggest point where they do these gimmicky things. You know, like the Wii had the Wii Motion Wiimote. I despise that thing. I hated that
God.
thing.
Horrible.
The Wii Pad was not as bad. And this one, the Wii U actually gave you the option to play certain games on the GameCube controllers, which is
Yeah.
nice. But like I'm with Ian in regards to like I wanted just a traditional console.
Super Nintendo had Mortal fucking Kombat on it.
Yeah, I know. Like I
Like-
love the GameCube controller is one of my favorite all time
Oh,
controllers.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I was like, now innovate on that. Like Xbox and PlayStation has and innovate, make better versions of these. Like
Yeah, like
So-
compete with you're Nintendo for God's
Yeah.
sakes. Like you are you could wipe the floor with Microsoft and
Yeah.
Sony.
But here's the thing. They're super popular in Japan. They don't need to tailor. This is the one thing I know about Nintendo. They don't need to tailor to Western audiences, and
Yeah.
they tailor to they know that they are a huge deal in Japan.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the U.S. is the #1 gaming market in the world.
Oh yeah, but here's
Like-
the thing: Nintendo owns Japan though. Nintendo, like
Yeah, they
it's
do.
like it's not even a competition between Nintendo and Sony. It's Nintendo, like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But so that I think doesn't create competition. Like
But it
Sony
will
and
eventually, if all they do is make kid games,
yeah,
eventually Sony would take over because there's gonna be people who are like, you know what, like I love Zelda
yeah.
and like I love Kirby, but like, I want to fucking play, Valkyria Chronicles or something
Yeah,
in Japan, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, Nintendo doesn't have that. Like,
Yeah.
Nintendo, I'm sorry, Nintendo, we don't do that anymore. Like, we used to have all kinds of great AAA games, but like,
Yeah.
we just make our own games, and
Yeah.
we don't work with third parties.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't work. It doesn't work.
extremely hard to work with third parties for Nintendo. They
bad
just
deal.
yeah. I mean, I here's the thing. I haven't gotten to that point yet where I'm like I'm tired of these Nintendo. Like they literally
I'm
released.
not tired of them, but like
Yeah.
I want to play a Zelda that looks
Yeah.
as good as
Oh yeah, you mean like
something I can get
yeah,
on Sony.
Yeah, like
A beautiful, and not the graphics are the only thing that matters, but
Oh.
with the power of the PS4 or a modern PC or whatever,
mhm.
like it's more about than just graphics, like the gameplay mechanics that you could create and innovate on and make the next great Zelda. But they're just holding themselves back by trying to develop for these crappy little systems.
yeah.
They're like
So
a
I
whole
mean,
generation behind. So
we'll
I don't know.
see. Well, I mean, everything about the NX is rumored, and
Right.
right now,
Yeah.
so we don't know for sure.
It's
That was
coming
just one
out
of
this year though, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But
if it's what I'm hoping it is, I'll buy it just for a brand new Zelda game.
yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah, that's it for tonight, you guys. We thank you for joining Gaming News and Chill. If you have topics that you want to talk about, we're always reading our comments on YouTube. So comment below. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Of course, all the time. Like, comment, subscribe, and get your friends. If you find
Please.
us, even if you want to make fun of us, that's okay. Like,
And
get
just
your
comment,
friend.
and we will
Yeah.
respond. Like, yeah, I do look like a STD walking around, or whatever you want to call me.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck it is that you
Yeah.
have from your internet bowels.
Or even if you want to see how much that samurai suit is worth in the back there, you can.
Yeah, the
always-
garbage can samurai,
Yeah.
also known as Samurai Jack.
Yeah, Samurai Jack back there. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for chilling with us tonight. I hope you guys got some knowledge, some informative knowledge. But other than that, we're out, and peace.
Go watch Banner Saga.
Banner Saga, yeah, and it's terrible voice acting, yeah. All right, peace out.
Later, guys.